the ultimate despair, and the ultimate waiting period between episodes.
A lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Hello, everyone. It has been forever since I've said this, but
Welcome back to the Legend Hunters.
Play Danganronpa. Although, probably in the way I'm going to be uploading this, it's going to be like probably about a day between it for you guys. For us, it's been almost 6 months.
Yeah. Anyway,
we're starting chapter 6.
Last time, we were in the middle of a trash compactor. What is this, Star Wars?
We had gotten out, I think we had made a deal with Monokuma to find the ultimate truth of the area. The ultimate despair, a group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and then began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Oh yeah, we were in the trash. But,
yep.
right now...
Anyway...
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right.
Alrighty.
Rattle, rattle. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it to open that door, right?
Let's do it.
Let's get the heck out of here. We've been in here for 6 months! Hey,
How have we survived?
let's find out. Took the key, and then click. Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here.
Let's go.
Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we're finally free!
But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief.
Because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
Ultimate blowhard.
Deadly life. Ooh.
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney.
Then how did you climb it? Okay.
There was a metal ladder leading up the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface.
Ah.
They've shadowed it out.
Uh-huh.
Actually, you can actually get, as an item, her underwear.
Of course.
And it says that they're designed to obscure vision from looking up skirts.
Impossibly long.
Couldn't even...
Just emphasizing those 2 words. And leaving it at that.
We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea how far down.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Because we're Batman.
Because we take pride in it.
That too.
Sorry, something happened with my voice.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a constant effort to conceal our existence.
Conscious.
Need
Need some water, legend?
I'm gonna go get water in a bit.
A conscious effort?
True.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak...
It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
what?
Reconnect?
I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? But you'd be reunited after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
What is it?
so
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. You know, just saying this right off the bat, she's swallowing a lot of pride to tell us all of this right now.
Yeah, she must have a lot of faith in us, especially after the shit she put us through in the last trial.
Yeah. Then again, she joined us and got us out of the trash pit, so...
She's willing to say anything right now to kinda...
I don't think it's to fix the ties, just like she's...
Maybe she just feels obligated to explain herself now.
Maybe in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
however,
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative.
Like I said.
And more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that...
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing.
I don't blame him. That's heavy shit.
I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
Nice ass.
Really?
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
We're back. I remember the hatch on the ground. Remember that? Oh, that's Kyoko.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing.
I mean, if we pushed on this and it didn't open, fuck!
The hatch opened with ease, and so... here we are.
Looks like we're back. Whoops.
Oops.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So, what's up?
So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried?
Yeah, of
So
course.
then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at a nearby surveillance camera.
So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting...
So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help us with our negotiations.
I'm still a little, super uneasy about this.
I'm
but-
going to go to the bear that tried to kill me and ask him, is it okay that I'm alive?
Oh god, I'm gonna have to use my Monokuma voice.
Oh, it's been 6 months.
And I'm still sick!
indeed.
Oh god. Monokuma should be in the gym.
Let's get moving.
Let's get going.
Leave the area?
area.
Let's go. Oh, it's good to be back in hell. Wait. Fuck. You know, that does give me pause.
What?
I wonder if they actually have, like, a waste zone in hell. Like, the pit of the pits.
Like a place for all the dregs, you think? Like the dregs of souls that are no longer worthy of being souls anymore?
Like, there's the pain, the torture, and the terror of the hell pit. And then there's there's the pain, the terror, and the torture of the hell pits, and that's the prime real estate. I'm talking about the slums of that.
Uh-oh.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you out?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but it is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko! Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that, you must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that would come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is mean and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
wow.
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? That makes such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't
I
matter.
don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Grr.
Ha. Of course, you could say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong.
I love her smug grin.
I do too.
No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to
then I suggest you take my advice.
So what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for
It's
one
time for
last showdown.
one final battle between hope and despair.
Oh, she voiced that whole thing.
I couldn't hear it. I am so sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, man. I'll do this.
I like her so much. She's good.
She's a really good character.
She's freaking awesome.
Hey,
Let's go. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting. Pillow?
No. I can bear it.
Barry?
what's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes.
Oh, you are unbearable.
Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In
We
other words,
claw our way out of that tooth and nail and we come back to this.
I feel like I'm being mauled.
Does that mean you accept?
Well, if we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown!
He agreed. And we still have a shot at this.
But this is one long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for the final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
That's not a bear. It's not a bear. It's not a... Anyway.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way through the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution. right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
What would you do with a Klondike bar? We're excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe this is how it all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm, that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh. Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's a part of the regulations?
Which means a student did, in fact, kill Mukuro.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know.
Arrgh!
But okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people that have been taking a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
listen.
Are you... are you telling the truth?
Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad?
Why so serious?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You're really going to let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go.
Okay. I'm not even gonna try that.
No, just let him giggle. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Ew, there's characters all over me.
Ugh, I can feel them crawling down my back. What is this, Undertale?
And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected.
Uh-oh.
Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt.
Well, let's talk to the lady.
Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said.
So, when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the Mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to.
What?
No, I mean, this is Makoto.
Oh, yeah. They wanted to show the world.
would seem
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words.
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other, and then show that off to the world.
But why?
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point?
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair.
Kind of fucked up when you think about it, huh?
It's kind of stupid. Honestly.
Well, in this world, the students of Hope Peak Academy are symbolized as the future of the world, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think that if the world saw something like that, then people like Kyoko would be doing everything in their power to stop it. And have a look.
Yes. They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. So we're dealing with a sicko.
Sicko, psycho, lunatic,
And a delusional freak.
with a touch of batshit crazy in it. No, wait. I think the shaker for that had been unscrewed, and I just dumped everything into it.
Yeah. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led the mastermind to reveal their true weakness.
What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations.
And
If
that-
the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
And at least that's... Oh,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
and that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't
It's
work.
true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations.
But all of that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the mastermind to accept the challenge.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
So even she can get nervous.
I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all.
You seem totally confident from the moment we decided to talk to him.
Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on.
True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind.
Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible?
Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go?
And with that, we will end the episode off here. And in the next episode, we will find our friends.
Next time, the Legend Hunters.
It's good to hear that again.
Later, guys.
Ciao.